Yeah, so ain't no town like your hometown, Philly. It goes down in your hometown, Philly. Ain't no town like your hometown, Philly. It goes down in your hometown.
You see the dark line on this side, and then it gets to right where Pierce is, and then it hangs a right and goes straight up to the Freedom School. That's the whole half that doesn't get anything. 10 years from now, that will be the same. With just honor programs in 4 to 5 high schools. Bring back the welding, the carpentry, the plumbing, in those 4 high schools and make those pillars in the community. Plain and simple. You know, I want to talk about the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is the test scores. It's nice to have everything that you have in your schools, but why can't you teach them how to read, how to do math, and how to do science? When somebody said they couldn't find the data, SPREE, they do have 24 and 25. Thank you, Dr. Washington. Thank you, because you heard my last time I said you don't have the new data, you have the old data. He put it on. I had to stay up all night to change my numbers to give it to you today. I'm wired because I stayed up all night to give it to you that count. You cannot move any child anywhere until the school do their proficiency, prove their proficiency. Right now, everybody's under, proficient. That's what the test scores show. When you have 15 out of 125 proficient in math across 6 grades, 3rd to 8th grade, in a K to 8, what's the word? I used to use the word failing track, but they got upset with failing track. So what other word do you use? Underperforming track. That's what we have in these K to 8. That's why we say bring back junior schools, 7th, 8th, and 9th. We say he's going after 5 standalone middle schools now. They are feeder schools to your high schools. Those buildings were designed for 7th, 8th, and 9th. And if you're 55 and older, you went to those schools as a junior high school.
Public high school for black students in the United States. By the time it was renamed Dunbar, it was already something the country had decided couldn't exist. Anna Julia Cooper had a doctorate from the Sorbonne. She taught Latin. Carter G. Woodson had a doctorate from Harvard, only the second black American to earn one. He taught high school before he invented Black History Month. The most credentialed black minds in the country built something inside that school that outperformed the people who had locked them in there. 2/3 of every graduating class went to college, including the Ivy League, at a time when barely 1/3 of white students nationally could say the same. Parents moved to Washington so their children could attend this school. Dunbar was proof that black children, black minds, and black ability were never the problem. On May 17, 1954, the Supreme Court unanimously decided separate education facilities were inherently unequal. Brown v. Board of Education is one of the most important decisions the court has ever made. States resisted. A year later, in Brown 2, the court instructed unwilling states to integrate with all deliberate speed. No timeline, no enforcement mechanism, no details about which buildings close, which teachers stay, which children move where, just figure it out. And the people in charge of figuring it out were the same school boards behind segregated schools in the first place. 101 members of Congress signed what became known as the Southern Manifesto, denouncing the decision as an abuse of judicial power. Virginia's governor closed 9 public schools rather than integrate them. Prince Edward County stopped funding all public schools entirely. For 5 years, 1,700 black children lived in a county with no public school to attend, while white families received taxpayer-supported vouchers to enroll in a private academy. Black children waited in living rooms and on porches in the suspended time where 6th grade and 7th grade and 8th grade should have been. If your family could not send you away, your education simply stopped. The county had functioning schools and chose to have none rather than share them. For 10 years, almost nothing happened. By 1964, a full decade after Brown, barely 2% of black children in the South had ever sat in a classroom.
Auditorium behind me, the overwhelming majority of them are here to push back on the school district's controversial facilities master plan. In fact, tonight's entire meeting is focused on reacting to the Accelerating Opportunity Facilities Master Plan. That's the name of it. This 10-year, $2.8 billion proposal has drawn a lot of criticism from some students, parents, and teachers because it calls for 18 schools to eventually be closed, and then affected students would merge into other schools. Now, at the same time, district leaders say that the plan would allow them to invest in upgrades at more than 150 buildings. 90 speakers have registered to speak tonight, including 30 students and 60 adults, with priority being given to people from schools who are most directly affected by this proposal. We've already heard from some of them, and it's pretty clear they want the district and the school board to reconsider this plan.
This lousy plan has gotten so much obvious pushback from the village that it feels ridiculous we're still here debating with you, even after multiple folks have offered better, cheaper, and quicker solutions that ensure the well-being of our students.
You are taking away these opportunities from students who are working hard to better themselves. We are asking the school district to look beyond the numbers and see the faces of the students whose futures depend on this institution. Please don't shut our doors. Invest in us. Believe in us.
These students have not pulled any.
Let me hear you if you believe in public education.
At issue this week, the controversial plan to improve the school district of Philadelphia, a plan that would lead to the closure of more than a dozen schools. It's been met with anger and protests, and I'm speaking about it with both the district superintendent and the head of the teachers union. Budget impact. New Jersey's new governor is about to announce how she wants to spend state dollars. Where could cuts come from?
NBC 10 at Issue starts now.
I'm Lauren Make. Welcome to NBC 10 at Issue. The school district of Philadelphia's nearly $3 billion 10-year facilities master plan has been met with some opposition from students, parents, and teachers. Under the plan, the district would modernize almost 160 school buildings and expand career and tech programs, as well as arts and music curriculums. But it would also close or merge some schools.
Because
the plan
again,
presented to the
you
school
took
district
years to come up with this recommendation. You took years to come up with this
take effect
plan.
for the 2027-28 school year. I sat down with the district superintendent, Dr. Tony Watlington, this past week to discuss the plan. Are you considering recommending any additional changes to that plan?
At this point, we released a draft facilities master plan entitled Accelerating Opportunity 5 weeks ahead of taking it to the Board of Education on February 26th. We heard lots of feedback following engagement with more than 4,000 Philadelphians face-to-face, 90 listening and learning sessions, and almost 14,000 completed surveys. And after hearing all that feedback, we made a few changes that was reflective of that feedback. And so now we have a $2.8 billion facilities master plan on the Board of Education's desk for its consideration. And we think it's a good plan, not a perfect plan. And we certainly encourage our Board of Education to strongly consider it. We don't have any additional changes at this point.
You don't have any additional changes at this point.